What does exponential function represent? Exponential function. Continuous function will be like this, e to the power of t. This value is 1 and goes to infinity. If e to the power of minus t, this will be like this. So now you discretize it. So this value will be e to the power of n, and this value will be e to the power of minus n. So this is the representation for the exponential function. You can generalize it by multiplying by some alpha. So general real exponential will be given by this in the discrete version. If alpha is complex, then you will get, if alpha is equal to sigma plus j omega, then this function will become c e to the power of alpha plus j omega times n, which is nothing but sigma. C is e to the power of sigma n into e to the power of j omega n, right? And this is same type as this. So it has an amplitude envelope which is exponentially increasing, but then you have multiplied by this, which expansion will be cosine omega n plus j sin omega n. So real part of that will have a cosine variation on top of this variation, which is given by cos omega n. So you can express decaying exponents or exponentially growing signals, cosinusoidal and sinusoidal, by representation of this. All right. Good. I'm sure some of you are wondering why all this. Because this discrete function is nothing but a sampled value of the continuous function. So the sampled value of the continuous function is obtained by doing a signal x of t Agreed or not? It is nothing but the sequence occurring at k is equal to 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. If t is made 1, exactly same as our discrete version. So without going into the discrete way of looking at signals, I could have continued in my continuous domain by assuming that the sampled values have come out of an integral relation like this on a continuous signal. Agreed or not? You would have done all the analysis of discrete systems with this kind of a representation of all the discrete function x of n. But people chose to go into discrete versions. This happened around 1950s when computers were just coming up, and also because of the computers and all this, the idea was to discretize the signal. And so instead of using continuous signals, it felt comfortable to use in terms of discrete numbers rather than the integrals and so on. So the discrete way of looking at systems or signals is a very recent phenomena, 1950s, and in some sense it is an unnecessary phenomena, but people have gone to this because the way you input the signal to a computer happens to be discrete way rather than a continuous way. The control theory people started this discrete way of looking at it. So first people who applied this way of looking at signals is by control people. So they called it as sample data systems and then built up the whole discrete signal analysis. But every result you got in continuous signals can be extended to represent the discrete signals. Just to go back, we said there is an x of t, a continuous signal, and we said we apply a transform, some transform, and go to transform domain, analyze the system in transform domain, and then go back to inverse transform, and then get back to your y of t. Right? This is how we did. So what are the transforms we have used? Expansion in terms of Fourier series is one transform. And we also said that this transform in the Fourier series, a periodic signal is there, and the Fourier series converges to a Fourier transform rather than series. That also we have done in 101. So this one way of transforming x of t into another domain is by using a Fourier transform. The restriction on the Fourier transform is that the signal must die down, right? So that the integral of the signal x of t it should be a finite energy signal which will satisfy this condition. Otherwise, you do not have a Fourier transform. Because otherwise the transform doesn't converge. So to generalize this transform to cover more signals, people have gone into a modification of the Fourier transform by putting a complex S which has a real part such that c to the power of minus sigma t will guarantee that this will satisfy. Right? And this is what people call as Laplace transform.